anything. So people voted Brexit, so I don't think you can listen to people.
About anything.
I'm filming, by the way.
No one's opinions are correct.
Openly Peter.
Hi, and welcome back to the Ricky Gervais Show.
Welcome to Sandbox. This is the Openly Beta podcast where we talk, and we're going to be drinking some delicious beers today. Jack has got on a mainstream beer, very mainstream.
Very on hit.
It's flavoured with tequila and lime. It's your favourite. It's Desperado.
It's your boy,
Also known as Desperado.
Desperado.
Jack, give us some thoughts on the beer.
Beer with flavourings and tequila. That's all it says. That's the least exciting one we've had yet.
I think the logo is fine.
It gets a 10 for charm.
When I first discovered Desperado, when I was like 18.
So, do you not have any lemon for me?
No. When I first discovered Desperado, it was like really cool because someone said this beer with tequila in it and it's really strong. And I was like, well, that's cool. I'm going to start drinking that. And I drank it a lot for a while. And I was like,
it.
no, I don't hate it. I think it's pretty good.
And it made you sick. I mean, I like Desperados a lot.
That is really good.
Yeah, it's just a bit different, isn't it?
Can I have the bottle?
I'm probably not going to rate it because it's Desperados.
Yeah.
I think that fits the thing. Oh, you're drinking yourself.
I'm drinking tart.
He's a tart.
So, I've had this before and I hated it. It's a sour beer.
Oh.
And now I really like it. I haven't had this since I hated it, but I like sour beers now.
Sweet.
This is a Bakewell tart flavoured sour beer. Our Bakewell sour pours a golden yellow colour. Full stop. The beer is refreshingly tart and dry with a combination of citrusy hops and flavours of grapefruit and bitter lemon. See, sounds pretty grim, right?
I don't know.
Doesn't smell like Bakewell
Sounds
tart.
experimental. Oh, it made a nice glugging noise.
I believe this is by a company called Thornbridge. Yeah. Thornbridge tart.
Can I try it after you?
6%, yes you can.
6%. That's nothing on my Desperados 5.9%.
Jeez! See that?
Is that a good or a bad cheese?
I don't know if it's a good or bad cheese.
It's lighter than I expected.
It's gonna get better.
It smells worse than it tastes. The taste is different, but I also can't tell if it's good or bad. It tastes like food. Like, even while I'm swallowing it liquidy, it feels like I'm eating food.
I had the Brewdog sour.
Yeah.
I really liked it. This is very sour.
It is very sour.
It's very alcoholic. You can't taste anything.
No, I do like sour things, but it kind of just tastes like the feeling of sour.
Bitter lemon. Yeah, definitely. I don't quite understand how it's Bakewell.
I'm not getting that.
Now,
Have fun down in that body.
I don't know much about these types of beers.
You're not big.
This could be really good. But not for me.
We're going to offend millions of viewers by giving it a 0.
I'm actually, based on purely of what I've tasted at the moment, that's a 1.
Oh. I'd give it like a 4 or a 5 just because I really can't tell if I hate it or love it. But to me it did just taste like sour.
It tastes like,
Not like anything else, just...
in my mouth, it tastes like you've just done your teeth and you've bitten into a lemon. That's how bad it is.
That's really descriptive. I think that should be the new slogan for Openly Beta.
I've had this before. I knew what to expect and it still surprised me.
Well, why did you have it again then? You know what, it's lemon, it'd go well with tequila.
We haven't got any tequila in here.
Oh, I thought you were looking for like a different beer to drink.
No.
Try a Desperado.
No. I'm not that Desperado. So.
On that note... Right, can I also just mention that I brought a Blue Yeti mic and now we have a professional mic, like all the big YouTubers.
Basically, we poured millions and millions into this YouTube project.
Yeah.
And so
And
if
no
we
one
could get
is
some
no
more
one is watching us
subscribers
scream into the void.
anytime soon, that'd be great.
Any Yognauts?
Yeah, any Yognauts.
We just want Yognauts.
Yeah. Anyone else need not apply. We're desperate for subscribers, but we're still picky.
Yeah. And we're also easy allies. It looked like it was going to be loads and it was one.
I know, it's a really lame.
That was a perfect metaphor for our expectations of the channel. Look at the subscribers pouring in, Mum.
So,
What do you want to talk about? Oh wow, a little hive mind moment there.
no, we want to talk about the Spider-Man 2, which has recently come out.
Spider-Man 2, Far From Home.
How did you find Tobey Maguire's performance in this film?
I hate you. Make you so confused.
Actually, we're talking about...
I thought it was the best Spider-Man film yet.
Spider-Man Enter
Which would have been true if you'd asked me when I saw Spider-Man 2 at the cinema.
the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
So we're talking about Spider-Man Exit the Spider-Verse.
We're in a separate timeline where it's called Enter the Spider-Verse instead of Into the Spider-Verse.
And so, Jack, what do you think about Spider-Man Brexit the Spider-Verse?
Well, I'm really sad because I wanted to see this film ages ago with you and then you ditched me. I don't know if that's how it went, but
Absolutely not.
we ended up not seeing it at the cinema, which would have been great. But it was amazing. It was my favourite Spider-Man film.
Pretty sure I said just like flat out, yes, can we see it? It just didn't happen.
You still thinking about that? I said that ages ago.
Carry on.
So yeah, it was potentially my favourite Marvel film, potentially my favourite superhero film, potentially my favourite animated film, potentially my favourite piece of media ever.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I wouldn't either, but I did like it a lot. It may not even be my favourite Marvel film, but I think it was.
I think I need to watch it again.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
I'm less intoxicated.
I watched it. Yeah, we watched it once and all passed out because it was about 5 a.m. And then we watched the second half the next day while sober. However, I passed out way earlier than Jamie and Friend, so I ended up missing like half the film anyway. And then I fully watched it yesterday and really appreciated it. I'm kind of sad I didn't watch it properly first time, but it was just as enjoyable watching it again, which says a lot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it again. Like I said, I didn't say it to the audience. I'm going to watch it with my father. I really want to see it. I'm going
Put
to
a sound effect over it.
But it's a really good movie. I don't know if I'd rate it where I'd rate it. I would actually immediately put it right at the top of best Marvel films.
Problem is, when I think of Marvel films, I just think of MCU.
Yeah, so do I.
But like,
it'd be in the top 3. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah.
I think that Avengers: Infinity War was just such a spectacle.
Yeah.
And so
the thing is,
stupid how they managed to pull it off.
Yeah.
But it has to also be in the top 3.
It was. I mean, this got to turn into an Infinity War conversation, but yeah, Infinity War was really hard to do, and they managed to do it, like, I think, as best as they possibly could have. I would have made some changes, but I feel like Infinity War was partly only as great as it was because of all this build-up and all these characters that we've come to know.
Yep.
But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was like a really experimental idea, completely out of nowhere, with a lot of very weird characters that no one's ever heard of, and it was like immediately really, really amazing.
Yep.
And everyone seems to agree, and it beat Pixar for the Oscar. It's hard to do for an animated film. And it's more than that, which I didn't realise until I watched it the second time and saw the credits.
Yeah. In fairness, Pixar released that Mexican Ghost, the Coco, that's the one, which I don't think was well received particularly.
I think it was.
It certainly wasn't popular.
No, that's what I was going to say. I think from a critical viewpoint it was very well received. I thought it was one of the best Pixar films in a little while.
I haven't seen it.
Really good, recommend it.
I do think that Pixar
but yeah, it didn't seem very popular.
Sheen.
They have, and I think it's relatively safe to say that, was it WALL-E or Up? I think it was WALL-E was, like, when Pixar first began making movies, they had they'd already planned out a lot of them, and I believe WALL-E was the last one they'd planned out.
Interesting.
And Up was the first one that they kind of came up with, you know, just before creating it, sort of thing. Like,
Right, sure.
you know, that sort of creative process that most things go through, they can't really make it. I think Up was the first one, which was also a pretty incredible job.
I will say though, now if what you're saying is true, and I doubt you, then I kind of understand.
Seems like you doubt me.
I kind of understand Up now, because I
Up
thought
was
Up was
very
really
weird.
good, but it's a weird film, and when I think of Up, I can't really think of anything that happened in the middle, even the end.
I can.
Like, it's kind of a bit of a, for me anyway, it's kind of a bit of a weird, it's very weird.
It is very weird.
And I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But compared to WALL-E, I think WALL-E was in a different league. I think WALL-E's incredible. And it had a message that was actually
Tangible.
extremely tangible, whereas Up was kind of just like the generic.
I guess so.
It wasn't as.
Up was more. I think Up had a pretty tangible message. It was kind of like. Actually, no, now you say that, I'm thinking about it, and it's less tangible. It's kind of like you're never too old to fulfill your dreams, I guess.
They had the whole thing about him being kicked out by a corporation, which is why he uprooted in the first place. But that's not. That wasn't like
that's
a
not the
huge
message,
deal.
though. The message is more about, you know, him fulfilling his dream, doing what he wanted to do.
Whereas I thought that WALL-E, throughout that entire film, it was seeping with let's not mess the world up.
Yeah.
I feel like every frame in that film had something dystopia about it.
Yeah.
And I thought I was so clever. Like everything, they had all these ideas, like bombarding you about, oh wow, that's pretty messed up. That's really bad. Oh no.
If anything, though, I would say, I mean, I love WALL-E, and I would agree it's better than Up. But if anything, I would say WALL-E's message was more on the nose, and doesn't particularly make it a better message.
No, I'm not saying that a good film has to have a good message to be good.
Oh yeah.
Obviously. But I don't know. I think I was left actually like thinking after WALL-E, whereas Up was kind of like that was fun.
I think the biggest thing that makes it obvious with that whole Pixar thing, which I believe is true, about which movies are pre-planned, everyone before Up is like, what if toys were like people? What if bugs were like people? What if monsters were like people?
True.
What if robots were like people? And then you get to Up and it's like, what if dogs were like people? But not really, because it's not about dogs.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you got Cars, but I can't remember when Cars came out, but I'm pretty sure it was...
I can't remember when Cars came out.
Before WALL-E.
I'm pretty sure it came out before WALL-E.
Meant to what if Cars were like people? Yeah, Pixar have definitely gone downhill.
They really have. Like The Good Dinosaur.
Good Dinosaur I didn't really enjoy. It was a good film, but it wasn't Pixar League for me. Cars 2 and 3.
It might be because I'm getting...
Monsters University was good, but it felt unnecessary.
Yeah, for sure.
I think...
Inside Out. This is very controversial.
Inside Out is the exception for me.
It's very controversial because I think that's a great film. I really liked it a lot. But there was something about it which I think a lot of people don't think the same as me. There was something about it which didn't feel like it entirely captured the Pixar magic that other films had previously.
Okay.
That might be because I watched it when I was an adult, which is a completely different perspective.
Yeah, I see. I didn't get that, and I almost feel like being an adult made me appreciate it more.
I thought it was a fantastic
Adult
film.
in air quotes. Inside Out was my favourite in a while, and it was also the first film I cried at in a long time.
I cried as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cried. I've only cried. I mean, I haven't cried at a film.
No,
that's the only film I've cried at a film as an adult.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man. I do rarely cry at films. Inside Out I just really enjoyed.
Yeah, oh, that was good.
enjoyed.
Maybe it's because I only watched it once. I can't remember it now.
Yeah,
I feel like I need to watch it again.
Craving to rewatch that as of late. But yeah,
Oh,
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was good.
I was going to say one more film.
Carry on.
Sorry, Nemo 2.
Nemo 2,
Terrible.
Finding Dory,
Really-
didn't enjoy.
Really bad. Like, terrible.
I would say third worst after Cast 3 and Cast 2.
Yeah. I was shocked. It's like, this is the most incredibly well animated, terrible movie.
Yeah, I would say that was like below good for me.
Yeah, that was below good.
Like Good Dinosaur was good, it was just a very unmemorable, nothing really exciting happened. Didn't like the animation style they went for. But
Yeah, weird.
Finding Dory I found to be actually quite boring.
God, that's bad fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, Spider-Man. I just wanted to add that in. 'Cause
No, yeah.
I remember watching that and being really appalled.
So yeah, Pixar have definitely gone downhill. Hopefully they're picking up with films like Inside Out and Coco.
Who made Spider-Man?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I think it's Sony Animation.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I didn't know that.
They've made, what have they made? I think they did like Hotel Transylvania and stuff.
Okay.
They generally
Not
make
bad. It's quite surprising they went to that.
quite bad animated movies with the occasional quite good one. They potentially did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I'm going to have to look this up because I might just be spouting
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
horribly wrong information.
Also a film I watched when I was young, so I don't know.
Sony Animation.
Oh no, we've got. Sorry guys, we're not on air.
Oh jeez. Right, delete all that footage. Right, so yeah, Hotel Transylvania, Goosebumps, does that count? I guess so, some of it's animated. Cloud with a Chance of Meatballs. Everything I said was correct, Jamie.
Wait, what's that?
Where are you going? Get it on camera.
Gonna show all your information. Someone's gonna decode. Someone's gonna decode the
Zooming on
groove.
the disc, it's got writing on it.
It's a hard drive.
Right, so this is really funny. So I was pretty exactly dead on with what I said about Sony Animation. They've made some trash, they've made some okay, they've never made anything that good.
Can you name off them?
The Smurfs animated movies, open season animated movies.
Right.
I enjoyed the first open season and the video game adaptation a
Yeah, but
lot.
we're like
Smurfs
10 or
are
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
that
haven't
good.
watched it since,
Yeah.
but still. Surf's Up. These are all just sequels. Cloud with a Chance of Meatballs, After Christmas was good. The Emoji Movie.
That doesn't seem like one studio did all those.
Peter Rabbit, which I haven't seen, but it doesn't look good.
No.
I was a massive Peter Rabbit fan as a child. I do not want to see it.
It
So
looked
all of
awful.
those-
They were trying to make him hip and cool.
And then suddenly Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is like a completely different league.
Strange.
These are films produced, so, you know, I don't know entirely what that means.
I mean, it's kind of like
They've got 255 employees.
it's like a more extreme Illumination.
I wouldn't say
I
that.
thought Despicable Me was really good.
I think Illumination's more terrible, disregarding Despicable Me 1.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I think other than Despicable Me 1, Illumination...
Illumination never made horrible films.
Garbage.
But
Double check
yeah,
if they were
Despicable
anything.
Me 1. Yeah, but I wouldn't. Despicable Me 1 is clearly not as good as Spider-Man.
Oh no,
So
nowhere near. Let me see if they made anything prior that I haven't heard of. Nope, Despicable Me was their first film. Hop, The Lorax, Despicable Me 2, Minions, Secret Life of Pets, Sing, Despicable Me 3, The Grinch.
yeah, you can imagine when you make an animation studio, everyone's got an idea that's brewing, and it's really good, and if you're successful, you suddenly have all this money. Well, what's the next film we make? And then if you're not, some people will just go downhill after that. They've got Mario,
Yeah, that's extremely worrying.
but hey, we've talked about that way too much on this podcast.
Gru looks pretty sad.
It's really sad. Don't know if you can see that.
Let's talk more about actual Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
The animation was absolutely incredible. It was so different and experimental, and I really hope more studios do stuff like that, rather than just kind of try to make things
Anime Spider-Man.
kind of realistic. Yeah,
Penny.
The combination, yeah, Penny Parker. The combination of the different animation styles was really awesome. It used colour so well.
Yep.
It was really vibrant. All the action was really sharp, and the writing was really good, and it all popped. It was like a comic book. It was like watching a comic book, and it was so good.
And the story was really nice.
The story was really good.
It made you feel really energetic and
different.
happy. The whole film was just really badass and cool.
It was just really feel good.
The Doc Ock reveal, which you've now seen,
Yes.
is incredible.
Really good.
So the scientist woman,
He's like, so do your friends call you Dr. Octopus? She's like, no, my friends call me Liv. Only my enemies call me Dr. Octopus. And then she like rips her clothes off and it starts like, it gets really bassy. It's like, oh my god.
also, Kingpin is huge.
Kingpin.
He's a walking boulder. Also,
Kingpin,
what I love about Kingpin,
his design is absolutely amazing.
so good.
Carry on.
What I love about Kingpin, whenever he's shown in any, just the character, is how strong he is, and you always underestimate it. It's like, oh, it's just a guy. It's like, actually, he's really strong. And in this one, he's probably the strongest I've seen him.
Yeah.
He smashes people against walls and stuff.
Probably doesn't need to be said, but spoilers. Bit at the very beginning, which probably isn't even a spoiler, when he kills this universe's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
He just goes like that, and it's really fast and sudden, and the music gets
and
really loud.
It's not like a dad.
It's not like a keep
It's
attacking.
just-
He just smashes down once.
And he's dead.
It's like, that is a horrible
Really
death,
horrible, yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
26-year-old Spider-Man. Yeah. I think that's kind of, you know, people kind of ignore how dark that is as well.
Yeah.
Spider-Man dies right at the beginning. I don't think I've seen that before. Kingpin's a really cool character. I remember watching him in an animated Spider-Man movie when I was little, but I don't remember what one it was. And I didn't know who he was, because at that point I'd only seen like Sam Raimi ones. I was like, oh, he's not as cool as Green Goblin. And he's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I think he wears like a white suit, right?
I always thought that.
He just
in
looks
the
really
comics,
cool.
when I first read some comics of Spider-Man, I was always like saying, like, oh, Kingpin is just some guy. I mean, the more you read about him, it's like
He's like
he's
one
actually
of the primary villains.
I mean,
if not the primary
he's
villain
probably
of
the
Spider-Man.
primary villain.
Yeah.
The only reason why we didn't know that was because we watched the movies where he wasn't in it.
Yeah.
And there's like the Green Goblin.
He's massively underutilised in the live action films.
Yeah. And he's in Daredevil, which was really good.
Oh, is he?
He's the main antagonist
I did not know that.
in the series.
No,
You didn't know that?
I haven't seen the series.
Oh god, you should really watch it.
Daredevil. What one have I seen?
Fantastic. Jessica Jones.
I don't think I've seen all of Jessica Jones. I think Luke Cage is the only one I've seen all of.
Yeah. That was a bad choice, unfortunately. You would have known.
It doesn't fit. Oh, I think maybe I've seen all of Punisher. I've seen some of all of them.
Daredevil
Except
season
Daredevil.
1 is amazing.
I think
And in my opinion, it goes downhill. But season 1 is worth watching on its own. It's really good.
I think the only reason I haven't seen Daredevil is because there's so many seasons and I wanted to watch all of them, and I just kind of never got around to it. But then for the others, they kind of came out as I was watching them, so I was like, oh, I just watch them now.
There's an MCU effect, and it's a shame because the series have all been canned now. So it definitely feels hard to start watching them now. But
When you know it's
I
not
would
really going
recommend that you definitely watch Daredevil season 1.
Yeah.
Season 2 is also good. I think it becomes a little bit too convoluted for its own good.
Fair.
Because they're trying to, by the end of season 2, they're trying to have this plot brewing in the background for the Defenders.
Yeah.
And
kind of like Iron Man 2.
it's a bit convoluted, basically.
Yeah.
I think it is anyway.
Is it as good as the movie from the 2000s?
Way better.
Ben Affleck. I was being sarcastic.
I thought you were being sarcastic. Your face was completely serious.
I'm an amazing actor.
No, but you should really watch it. And yeah, Kingpin is like, he's not even, the way they treat him, he's not the antagonist in the traditional sense. He's as much a main character as Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like, you really, and also you don't, he although he's obviously unhinged, he's also they
sympathetic.
he's human as well. Like he's got flaws. He's not this just blanket crazy man. He actually has feelings, and although his logic is completely twisted, he actually does care about people that he loves, and he doesn't want just to be powerful. He wants to be powerful for a reason.
That was one of my favourite things about Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
I say that, however, all of the things were one of my favourite things. They made him...
He's so much... Yeah.
They made him sympathetic in, like, a pretty easy way. Like, oh, he's trying to get his family back.
Yeah.
But it tied into the plot perfectly. They did it quick. Like, they explained it really quick and obviously. Didn't waste loads of time on it. But it still worked. You still felt really bad for him. Because it was, like, animated and voice acted so well. There's bits when he's, like, talking to Vanessa and he's really sad. In the flashback and near the end.
Really, really good.
Like, you just immediately understand his entire character. And it's so good. They don't waste a second.
One wasted opportunity that I wish they did. Which would have made the ending bit, even though it was really cool anyway, it would have made the ending, like, I think it would have just made it into, like, just unbeatable levels. So, I thought this was going to be a plot line which was starting to brew. And it never happened. Doc Ock makes a comment, and she says, Kingpin says, my particle accelerator, and she says, our. Now, obviously that is just Doc Ock's scientist personality having pride over the work, and you could just say Doc Ock is a scientist and their ambitions are to further science in their own weird, twisted way. So that's all you need. That is what they did. But I was hoping that she actually had a plan to use it herself. I was hoping maybe she fell into it, and then we get like 7 Doc Ocks versus 7 or however many Spider-Men there were.
That'd be pretty cool.
And that would be a bloody awesome.
I was actually thinking about this literally earlier at work. That nothing happens with her. She gets hit by the bus, and then they're like, "Oh, that was easy," and then she's not back in it. So I think she either fell into the machine, or she's off camera somewhere. I hope they do a sequel, and I hope it's amazing.
I think
they could do so much. They could do infinite amounts of this concept.
Just the concept of having the 7 being there, like 7 different villains, as in 7 Doc Ocks. That is enough for me to be excited about.
I'm pretty sure there's a comic book Doc Ock. Or this may actually just be a Spider-Man film that was pitched that was never made. I think it was actually going to be like a Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4 that never got made or something. I'm pretty sure there's a version of Doc Ock that wants to be Spider-Man. So he makes a robot suit with 8 arms. Because he wants to be a spider with 8 legs. And then people call him Dr. Octopus, but he wants to be called Spider-Man. I really hope that's actually a comic book thing. But that would be hilarious to see on camera.
That'd be great.
Or in animation, rather. Also, Miles Morales is such a good character.
Very, very good character.
He's so good.
Yep.
And I know, like, it shouldn't be made a deal out of, which I'm now going to do anyway. But he's I want to say African American and Latino. I think his dad's African American as well, Latino. But basically he's an ethnic minority character, and it's kind of part of his character, I guess, because he listens to African American rap music and stuff like that.
There's no doubt that culture
affects him. But it's just well utilised and used to make him more likeable and relatable. He's such a believable kid. It's not like, I don't know, over the top a theme of the movie.
No, it's completely believable. His character.
It's just it's nice when that's done.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what we need when we want representation in movies. Just it not being a thing.
That's what
make
happens.
A good character.
With that's what's been happening with. I'm going to ask you to name some examples. I can't think of any.
What, of it being made a big deal out of unnecessarily?
For women.
I was going to say Ghostbusters.
Oh, that's a great example.
And my counter example would be the film Annihilation, which is a film with 4 very good, strong, intelligent, relatable women.
I didn't even notice.
No, exactly. I didn't. I watched it.
At the end of the film, but one of the people I was watching it would have said, there was all women in there.
And then,
oh
Oscar Isaac's in that. That's him, right? Or is it Jeremy Renner? No, Jeremy Renner's in Arrival. Oscar Isaac's in Annihilation. Yeah, he's like in the flashbacks and stuff. I think there's a few men at the beginning, but that film is entirely carried by 4 extremely good female characters, and it's never mentioned. I mean, the film was barely marketed, so I guess I didn't really get a chance to mention it anyway. And you just don't notice. You just like these characters.
I've seen examples of films like Ghostbusters is actually I found the best example.
Yeah,
where it's like
everyone's sexist in this movie.
We're way past that though. We're way past having to make films that go, look, this is for women. We're way past that. Alien
is a great example.
Came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
That film is sick, and the majority of it is just Sigourney Weaver.
Ripley, yeah, Sigourney Weaver. This is something I often think is, like, Ripley is one of my favourite female characters of all time.
Like they regressed for a bit. I mean,
it wasn't overly sexualised.
You could probably analyse that and say that was sexualised. But when I watched it, I wasn't...
It never feels it.
You know when a film is trying to make someone sexualised.
Yeah.
Usually. You're like, that's they're trying to make that person sexy. Like, you kind of know.
Mm.
I didn't get that. I got desperation.
No. Yeah, you do.
It was different.
I mean, yeah, we shouldn't, it shouldn't even be, this is a great black character, this is a great female character. It doesn't matter. They're just characters.
The only reason why we're having this conversation...
Just like, people are people.
Well, the only reason why
we're not making a big deal out of it.
Is because the media are trying to make you think that it's...
This thing's happening.
A thing, when actually, if you just let people watch films, people will naturally accept these characters. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm fully aware that we are not the market for being told what's wrong, what's right.
Yeah.
In terms of that, because we're not racist. We have no problem with these people.
Yeah.
We're not sexist. So when we see these campaigns, we're like, oh come on, we don't need this. Maybe we do.
That is definitely something to address.
There's a group of people in this world who we don't really have any communication with, who absolutely are racist.
I was going to say, that's definitely something to address, that there are absolutely people who are like, oh, all women, oh, black main character, whatever. But I strongly believe that is an absolutely tiny minority, maybe a very vocal minority. But if you release a film with any main character, I strongly believe that most people won't care.
I think it's difficult, Jack. I think it's difficult to tell, and I think...
Maybe Ghostbusters is a bad example in that I think people would have negatively reacted to all-female Ghostbusters anyway, because, they think they're just using this property to sell this film, which I think they were. Not because it was all women, just because it wasn't a good film. I think it wouldn't have been a good film if there were 4 male leads.
No, exactly. It would have been a terrible movie. It doesn't. That's not. It's not a question of gender. It's just that's a bad film, and it was. It's actually very morally poor to try and sell a bad movie by saying you should like this, because if you don't,
definitely
you're sexist. Because this is. Look what this is doing to these women characters. Like, no, it's a bad movie.
And that's a lot of the backlash it got, was them saying people don't like this because they're sexist. And they were obviously trying to use that to be like, to try and encourage people, but it just went the complete other way and the movie bombed. Because that's not a good marketing technique. Don't do that.
Yeah. So,
we got through that anyway.
I'm going to change the conversation now.
Go for it.
If you don't mind.
I did have something else to say.
Oh, sorry.
Can I really quickly mention it?
Of course you can.
I've just remembered it. Another thing, the you think this character is a male, but they're actually a woman reveal, which I can most recently think of being done in Solo: A Star Wars Story. Have you seen that?
Oh, for God's sake!
It's like a little ginger girl. And they're like, Well, they don't even do that, but you're expected to be like, it's a girl, because they kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, because it's like
a big
a
reveal.
beastly tribal-looking character. And man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the characters refer to it as a man multiple times. But it's like, this was done in Metroid.
That was my example. That's what I was about to say. Metroid.
It's like 40-year-old video game.
The thing is though, Metroid's bloody amazing.
Yeah.
Because if you get the best ending, it's not just like, oh, helmet off, it's a woman. It's like, I'm going to take my whole clothes off.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing there in the
Which again makes it a horrible example.
Like, I'm a woman! Like, Jesus Christ, alright, put it away. Stop.
I think the last time that the man is actually a woman reveal was necessary was Ratchet and Clank 2. Which, I don't know, early 2000s, mid 2000s? Have you played Ratchet and Clank 2?
Yeah.
With, you're trying to get the blue fluff ball thing. And there's a character in like a hood and they've got a hoverboard and big green eyes.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and then it turned out to be a female Lombax. And then Ratchet's like, you're a girl?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It made sense in the 2000s.
It's funny, isn't it, when you think about that now?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, it can't be a woman.
Mm.
Why is that significant?
How does that change things?
What is significant is that it's a Lombax.
Yeah.
Because he's meant to be like the only one.
No, I particularly remember thinking that as a kid. Like, oh, it's a Lombax. It's like, you're a girl, and I'm like, it's a Lombax.
Man, what you should be thinking is it's a Lombax, and then going.
Imagine being the only known human in the galaxy.
I might be able to hey, if you want to really think on the line, you can go, hey, maybe we can breed.
Imagine if that happened in
started.
Kung Fu Panda. Like you find another
imagine,
panda, like, you're a girl.
Imagine finding it, you're the last human, and like, you're a girl? Ew! Like, dude, you got someone to talk to.
I mean, he didn't say ooh, but yeah.
No, I mean, that was maybe ridiculous.
Sexist pig. Yeah, that's just how culture changes, isn't it? I'm sure there's going to be loads of things we do now that in 10 to 20 years we're going to be like, what the hell are we thinking?
Yes, I love
even this conversation will just seem ridiculous.
Yeah, I hope so.
As it does now.
Also. So, on that note, I'd like to, I say quickly, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'd like to discuss
the 40 minutes.
The Indies Direct.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, no. So tell me all about it.
Let me quickly run you through the Indies Direct. Starts off with Cuphead in the most incredibly brilliant trailer. It's this guy who tries to tell you how to drink from a mug of milk, and it's like the correct way of drinking, and then it very quickly escalates into him just like, I'm going to do it with my two friends, and Mughead and Cuphead come on and they start dancing, and then whatever, and then he goes on to a bit of gameplay, and then it returns to the guy, and he's got like he's like dancing along, going crazy. He's got these things on his head, and it's a mask. He has this weird mask on that's like his drinking milk mask, and it looks really terrifying. It's like some weird doll thing, and he just starts dancing like, hey, I mean,
I want to see that now because it sounds haunting.
Yeah, it's really good. I'll show you. So Cuphead was revealed, which is absolutely incredible. We're
really exciting
to play it, and
I own it.
I did not want to get it on PC.
I own it on PC
because I wanted it on Switch.
Yeah,
because it's the perfect platform for it.
I believe I got it in a Humble Bundle.
It's one of those games that I've wanted to buy for ages, but it just didn't feel right on a PC. I wanted it on the Switch. The Switch is just great for those sort of games.
Yeah, and we should definitely play that.
Oh god, we need to play it. They're red and blue, man.
The only reason.
Yeah, we'll be playing it. I'm making a video about Cuphead on Switch when it comes out in April, I think. Comes out in April. I think it's 26. It's either the 26th of April or the 26th of August. Quite a big difference. I think it's April. I don't think it's coming out in August.
It's either soon or very not.
So basically, the next games they showed were a series of indie games. I can't remember all of them, and they ranged from looking. I would say this was the best Indies Direct they've ever done.
That's good.
I've watched Indies Directs before where I'm bored The whole thing's like, that looks really bad, that looks really bad. There are a couple of games which kind of look meh, but there was a game, I can't remember the name, it's like beautiful pixel art, really sharp looking, and you play as a ninja, and it's like an action game. But it's kind of like a puzzle game as well.
Oh, okay.
In that you've got a really difficult scenario, and you're a ninja who can kill everyone in one hit, but they can kill you in one hit too. So you have these really complicated scenarios where it ends up playing more like a puzzle game rather than an action game, because you have to do like a specific set of movements to get through a level.
Yeah.
And the cool kind of story game, I don't know how it's playing to the gameplay or not, but your character sees forward in time, and so when you're playing the game, you're not actually controlling her, you're like playing out her future vision, like next.
Yeah.
It's like that.
With Nicolas Cage.
And then you watch it play through in full speed, and you look badass, and like, I just did that.
That's really cool, actually.
You can like slow time down and all sorts of
That's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
And now I want to watch Next again.
Yeah, next was really funny. Oh, the whole half of the film was the vision.
Starring Spider Noir. Something we didn't even mention, but carry on.
I remember the end of that film being like, oh my god, there's a nuclear... this is horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's a vision.
I just remember...
And the ending is literally him going, cuff me boys.
Oh, we're going to talk about Next for ages.
No, we're not.
Please carry on, because I just thought of a whole massive Next topic. We'll save that for another day.
I kind of want to talk about it, but I want to finish Indies first.
Do Indies.
There was a game from Double Fine, which looks kind of bad. You're like a radioactive man, and you have to save the world.
Radioactive man.
It's like a roguelike, and you get upgrades and powers.
Fair.
But it's not Binding of Isaac, so it's not good.
What's the point?
I have yet to find a roguelike, which is... There's two roguelikes that I really...
Roguelike.
Binding of Isaac and Rogue Legacy. I've yet to find a roguelike which scratches the itch that I got from those games.
I often find roguelikes to be very samey.
Yep.
And maybe I just haven't played enough. But I do get that a lot.
Rogue Legacy was amazing.
I don't think I've played that one. So I guess I haven't played enough of them. Carry on.
And it's not a roguelike, it's a roguelite. There's a difference.
Okay, yeah.
They both are, actually. The big reveal at the end was something that is... It's kind of like something that can only really should exist in my timeline. Like, this is just the perfect game.
Okay.
It's Cadence of Hyrule.
Yes.
And Cadence of Hyrule is Legend of Zelda crossed with Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Yeah.
And I don't know anyone who's played Crypt of the Necrodancer.
I think I've only ever heard you talk about it.
And based on what I've seen online,
yeah,
not many people played Crypt of the Necrodancer. The only reason why I played Crypt of the Necrodancer is because there's a YouTuber I've watched who plays just guitar covers, and he did the guitar. He did some of the songs for Crypt of the Necrodancer, and so he advertised it. Oh, this little project we've got going on. And I thought they showed gameplay. Like, well, that looks sick. I love rhythm games. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I got my PlayStation Vita, but no one's played it. So Cadence of Hyrule is the most unlikely game to have happened, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's
the
songs in Crypt of the Necrodancer are so good. Now it's gonna be the
whole fact that it's like just an indie studio making a Zelda game is really cool.
It's not just them though.
Okay.
So I don't know if you probably can't imagine what Crypt of the Necrodancer looks like right now off the top of your head, but
I'm literally imagining Guitar Hero.
Right. That is not.
I know that's horrifically wrong.
Crypt of the Necrodancer is 8-bit.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
like Beat Saber.
Beat Saber is many more bits.
Yeah, it's rhythm.
It's like 8-bit. It's like a really old school like very, very pixelated graphics. That's the whole point.
It's just like Rock Band.
But not very good though.
Okay.
I don't think. Like they're kind of like
Not stylized or anything.
Not to be mean, but like the developers are obviously like very, very small.
Yeah.
Whereas Cadence of Hyrule,
They're really small developers.
yeah, they actually like really struggle to sit and like type away.
Have to jump onto the keys.
And Cadence of Hyrule looks about a million times better. Like, and there's a reason for that. The artists that did Sonic Mania,
yeah, I heard that.
making the game, doing the art,
the Lions program.
And the game is also being developed by Spike Chunsoft, which is a big Japanese developer.
Okay.
And obviously published by Nintendo.
I was going to say, obviously Nintendo going to have a lot to do with it in terms of...
There's not just cash flow going on. There's like a big... It's like way more people working on it. It's like they've got like the team, which is probably like 2 guys.
Yeah.
Plus like 20 other people who've now joined.
I still think a good comparison is Marvel letting Taika Waititi make Thor Ragnarok. It's like he's a pretty small director. He did What We Do in the Shadows and Hunt for the Wilder People. And they're like,
wow,
do you want to have the 3rd, 4th film? Because the rest haven't been great.
As a director, how do you even begin to approach that? Like him, doing small films and then being asked,
we're Marvel film.
We're gonna let
that's what I mean. With a lot of input from Marvel.
Like, we're going to give you a ton of money, more money than you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Go nuts. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like when Disney gave Rian Johnson complete control over Star Wars. Like Force Awakens. This is a red letter media bit, but like Force Awakens was made by 30 people, and then some people responded badly to that. So like, okay, we're gonna put the fate of Star Wars into the hands of some guy. It's like he made Lupin and they're like, yeah, give him Star Wars.
Oh god.
Again, to reiterate, I think Rian Johnson gets too much flack. I don't think he did as much as people think he did.
Just Disney.
Disney.
All the flack.
Disney should get all the flack.
So
is that all the indies?
There was way more. There was one other which I want to mention.
Yeah.
It doesn't look very good, but again, it's an indie, and it's an open world game.
Okay.
And from the trailer, it's like a there are different factions that you can help out, and your actions shape the world.
Fallout.
Which is a crazy cool idea
if
done properly.
Yeah.
But you just know, firstly, it's not going to be done properly because it's an indie game, and that concept hasn't been able to be completed.
It's kind of like
AAA developers.
all the conversations we've discussed about choose your own adventure.
It's doable if you accept that there's no story, particularly.
Yeah.
It's doable. It's more. It just looks like a PC game from 2005, I guess. It's kind of a bit barren and bland, and it's not because the developers are bad, probably. It's that they're indie developers trying to make an open world game.
Yeah.
And you kind of can't if you're doing that.
I think that's definitely an issue with indie developers being ambitious. But I don't think they shouldn't be ambitious. I think they just shouldn't be ambitious. Oh, excuse me. I guess in terms of the technology required for what they're going to make, like No Man's Sky. Well, I think you can be as ambitious as you want as a developer, but you just need to make sure you can, viably make this thing. Carry on. You were going to say something.
There's one more game I remembered.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. Sorry about that, guys. Or should I say guy?
Or should I say, hey, you're a girl?
God, I want to be a thing. That's really funny. There's a game where it's probably not an RPG, but it's like an action game.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to describe because legitimately hasn't been done before.
Okay.
So when I say it's an action game, and there's like progression, like you progress through areas. I don't think it has levels. I think it's like you're on this journey, and it's just a story that keeps going on.
Yeah.
And the combat is dealt through pinball. And you walk into these rooms, and it's like, oh, it's an enemy. But it's not just like enemies are whole. There's not enemies, like 5 enemies every 10 seconds. It's like 1 enemy every 5 minutes.
Okay.
And that enemy, like the whole room becomes this unique pinball arcade, and you're the flippers, and your character is it's the flippers, but your character has a sword that's hitting a ball when you hit them, and it's going to different things, and you get power-ups and stuff that can level up your sword to make it do different effects, like have the laser reticule, which makes it easier to predict where you're going to be able to hit the ball.
Yeah.
And it looks gorgeous.
And
And
it
it's
sounds very interesting.
really unique.
Yeah.
And it's like a story. It's like you're in a post-apocalypse, and you're an engineer who's trying to fix a weather machine which will bring the world back to normal, because it's currently being savaged by a permanent sandstorm that was made by a beast that exists in this tower that you're in. And it's just pretty sick.
I mean, it sounds really cool in general.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it's called?
No.
Well, no shout-outs to the devs.
I definitely can't Google it on my phone. Oh,
there it is. Hey, we don't use a phone.
we don't use a phone. We use the DSLR. So now I want you to talk about something, because I've been babbling on for ages.
Now I'm going to show you the potential leaked poster for Star Wars.
And then I want to hear any theories for next, because that's
Theories.
a film that I haven't heard
What
from in a
really
long time.
happened? There's only one thing worth focusing on here. By the way, you're going to have to edit this on the screen, and if you don't, you're fired.
Okay, that's not real, right?
It's potentially real. C-3PO is holding a gun.
Just saying.
These look like Knights of Ren. Could
If
be
that's-
interesting.
If that's real, that looks super low quality.
As in the pixelization of it.
No, as in like it just looks crap. Like the placement of things and these weird red stormtroopers, they look crap.
I mean, potentially. However,
No.
it's kind of just like vintage Star Wars. He's holding his lightsaber weird.
Oh no, I really don't like it.
May not be real.
I hope not.
Probably not real.
That reminds me of like episode 1.
That's probably what they're going for.
Well, no one likes episode 1.
Oh, episode 1.
Episode 1, not film
Episode
1.
1. I was thinking episode 4.
I know.
What is that? I just want C-3PO to be holding a gun.
He's holding Chewbacca's gun.
Well, no, that's a thing. Apparently, like, he's been seen on set holding Chewbacca's gun or something.
Right.
I don't remember. But I really hope he uses Chewbacca's gun.
How do people keep films under wraps in 2019?
I have no idea.
Because there are basically big films aren't leaked, basically.
Yeah.
Not really. But you could just walk in with a cell phone
I mean,
and just be like, hey.
Disney have been known to invite actors to sets that aren't in the movie
That's pretty good.
to make people think that they're in the movie and stuff like that. Did you see Reddit earlier? You go on Reddit? We should do a segment where we just like scroll through Reddit.
You know I go on Reddit.
You know there's like whole YouTube channels of people just reading posts on Reddit.
Yeah.
I find it really weird.
I know.
I kind of don't like it.
No, because it's like, just go on Reddit. But
Yeah.
also, people find it entertaining to watch someone else laugh at them.
Yeah. I guess some people do funny voices and stuff, and that's kind of talent.
I think the appeal is that they are a curator.
They just give you everything at once. You don't need to even bother scrolling.
Or finding subreddits.
Yeah.
Which, in fairness, you can't find a subreddit unless it comes up on the front page or your friend tells you.
You're a bloody jack.
So, I don't know how else you can find unpopular subreddits. It's kind of possible.
Hey. That was a Spider-Man reference. Well, I was actually going to mention something, and I just thought I should say hey.
For Spider-Man 2
Hate you.
and 3, but the first one's played by Johnny Depp.
Spider-Man 2 is good. What I was going to say anyway, when I started talking about Reddit, but I agree with what you just said. There was a post earlier saying that someone saw they were filming Avengers Endgame in Manchester,
Right.
which is a city in England.
England.
UK. That's going to deafen some people.
And
And apparently they were hoisting homeless people off the street, moving them along, and then bringing on some actors dressed up as homeless people. You know what subreddit that was on?
ooh.
Any favourite of boring dystopia.
Ooh.
They were just moving homeless people and then bringing in these homeless actors.
That's really funny.
It's kind of hilarious in a really messed up way. But then someone said, there's this 80s film called They Live, 1988.
I know the one.
There
I've
you
got a
go.
shirt with it on it.
You got a what?
I've got a shirt with it on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently in that film they hired homeless people as extras and gave them, paid them and gave them food on set, which is like a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
And people are like, it's doable. Disney could have tried it. So that's just a funny kind of
Imagine.
a leak, I guess, from filming. There's going to be homeless people in
Hey.
Endgame,
so-
obviously. Everyone's
Yeah, you'd expect
dead.
that, wouldn't you? Yeah, which is funny because it was meant to end poverty. Like,
I don't know, I feel like it's more environmental poverty than cultural poverty.
that's not what he sold it as. He said,
I mean,
he said people
I don't think we should trust
he
Thanos.
said people were hungry. No, I think we should trust Thanos. I think he was made to have quite a human personality with a flawed way of executing whatever he wanted.
Guess so.
I think he was a human.
Yeah, but they might not be hungry anymore. I mean, there might still be enough food for everyone now, but as humans, it's not like we just go and pick berries off of bushes.
No, look, I mean, it depends how much they put on the homeless people. If they walk into a street and there's homeless people everywhere, you should be like, but I thought Thanos knew everything. And you go, well, I guess Thanos didn't know everything, I guess he's just evil. And then they go, pew, pew, and he's dead, and then they resurrect Spider-Man because we know he's in the next film.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Have you seen the theory that Spider-Man Far From Home isn't a real movie? It's really hilarious. I'm pretty sure it's a YouTuber called Austin McConnell who's very funny.
It's actually just Mysterio destroys Venice.
Well, no, he did a video about Austin McConnell. Look him up. I don't know how good he is. This is the only video I've seen of his, and it was funny, so I'm going to assume he's a funny YouTuber. But it's like, the theory is that the film is fake, and they just filmed like the trailer, and then like they saw Jake Gyllenhaal walking past, and were like, do you want to come film two clips of Mysterio?
That's expensive. Like the amount of like CGI assets they have to make.
How funny though. He was like, and then at the end of Endgame, like everyone dies and no one comes back to life and Marvel just stops making movies.
I do think it's very confusing.
Far From Home was like,
Why did they even
announce the next movies.
so early?
Don't announce the next movies. They could have not announced any of them. Even like, just maybe even announce some. Like announce Spider-Man and be like, oh yeah, Spider-Man will come back to life, but the rest are dead.
But it's
I guess
Disney.
you can't do that.
They can afford to like recoup any losses they made from hyping it up too late.
Yeah.
It's Spider-Man. People are going to know about Spider-Man.
Yeah, they don't need to worry about releasing a trailer early.
No. So I still haven't seen Captain Marvel because you refused to go with me.
Yeah, that is the truth, actually.
And I don't think I'm ever going to watch it because I have no one to go with.
Well, you'll probably just die alone then. Jamie refused to see Captain Marvel with me, so I took matters into my own hands.
I'm going to Cardiff to see Infinity War, and then I'll do nothing. You can't do anything about
That's
it.
right, I've seen Infinity War already.
I didn't mean that.
Clown, I'm in Scotland
Oh, yeah.
on a romantic getaway during Endgame, so I'm going to have to stay off the internet for an entire week to avoid spoilers.
It's almost like you spent time with your girlfriend.
I want to do that. I want to see Endgame. I'm sorry, I love you. Captain Marvel was, I thought, really good, and I don't get what anyone's talking about. And I believe, controversial potentially, I believe this is the only time ever in history, maybe not, but in recent years, where people are just being kind of sexist and there's not really anything wrong.
Yeah, I believe. I believe.
Alright, a fox molder.
No, I don't know why I said I believe. I think you're right. I think that
I thought it was a really good film.
I watched some videos. Sorry for the yawn. I watched some videos before in the release of the film, and people were like shitting on it without seeing the film. And although, like, yeah, I think there was it wasn't valid now. Now that I think about it, now that that's actually a good film, it's like you maybe
it's fine if you don't like Brie Larson. I personally don't think her politics are like even that bad.
There was like one
that
quote
extreme.
that she said, which
The thing about
which was quite disagreeable.
Wrinkle in Time, where she said it wasn't made for white men, which is like
That is a very disagreeable
it's
statement.
a very, very disagreeable statement. But I just think she was just trying to defend her shitty movie.
Also,
So
that
what?
was all they kept bringing up.
It's that one thing,
So
which is completely disagreeable. It doesn't matter that it was made for white men. You can objectively rate movies to an extent, and this was an objectively bad movie. And also, you shouldn't disregard an entire ethnic and gender group of people saying it's not for them. Like, you can have a target demographic, but don't say that these people were like...
This is going to go into a full-on conversation about this.
We've already done a political thing today, let's not do it again.
We probably shouldn't do it again.
Well, no, you know what I'm saying. This is a popular opinion that wasn't a good thing to say.
No, I know.
But even so, a lot of people were saying that she wasn't that likeable, charismatic in the character. I thought she was, as much as any other, Marvel superhero. Well, okay, not as much as any other Marvel superhero, but as much as some. I personally didn't think Blank Panther? Blank Panther?
Where is he? Oh, it's a side guy.
I personally didn't think Black Panther was as good as people made it out to be.
I didn't like Black Panther massively, no.
I liked it, I thought it was good, I thought it was
Yeah,
a
it's a good
middle ground Marvel film, but people were saying it was really different. It wasn't.
No, it was
It was the exact same plot as every other Marvel film, just set in Africa.
Yeah.
It was, it's good, it represented a different culture, that's, again, representation, although this is another example of them making a big deal of it, but it was still good.
I think in the film itself, they didn't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, and also an important thing to think is that it wasn't, they never said, if you don't like this, you're racist.
No.
It was always targeted as, this is a film for African American representation in the superhero genre, and that's, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I just thought it was a very standard Marvel film. I wouldn't put it in the league of Thor Ragnarok, Captain America Winter Soldier, Avengers.
Iron Man.
First Iron Man, yeah, definitely. Yeah, if anything, I think I'd probably prefer Captain Marvel to Black Panther.
I do need to see Captain Marvel. I wasn't going to see it if it was bad, actually.
There was a lot to like about it.
It's a bit of an unfortunate situation to be in. I don't like that. I'm only going to watch this film, even if it's bad, I have to. They want that.
Yeah, I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp yet. And I'm really not sure if I can be bothered.
I don't think you should make any real effort to see it.
I've seen the end credits scene, and I think that's all I need to see for watching Avengers Endgame.
It's fine. They don't make any new efforts to make the whole Ant-Man suit interesting. The quantum world is just laughably nonsensical.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
The villain's crap.
The thing with Ant-Man, this could have been set up / made by Edgar Wright.
And then it would have been a really good film because it would have been full of comedy. Yeah. And it would have been like...
We might have mentioned this before.
It's actually really funny because he's an ant That's stupid.
Yeah.
Let's really hone that in.
And there's those
whilst also making it
moments.
hilariously badass.
That's the worst thing, is there's still Edgar Wright moments that were left in.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing when Michael Pena's telling the story, and he's like, they're mouthing what Michael Pena's saying. The Thomas the Tank Engine bit, I'm sure, was Edgar Wright. It just, this whole
James Gunn's back in Gunn's Galaxy 3.
Yeah, I heard that. That was a little while ago announced, right?
Yeah,
We haven't done the podcast in a while. Yeah, I'm just always going to be thinking this could have been like potentially the best Marvel.
I know. It would have been the best. It would have been the best if it was with him.
I think it potentially could have been the best.
I'd like to.
It would have been so much more similar to Thor Ragnarok with Taika Waititi.
I'd like to mention 3 things.
Do it. Mention 3.
Firstly, I'd like to say the word Undertale to justify the intro. Secondly, I would.
Deltarune is kind of news. Carry on.
Secondly, I can't remember what the second thing was. It'll come back to me.
Cool.
Thirdly, I'm getting Yoshi's Woolly World. I'm not. I'm getting Yoshi's Crafted World.
Did you just invent a better title?
No, that's the last one.
Yoshi's Woolly World?
Yeah, that was the Wii U game.
I thought it was called...
It's also technically on 3DS as well, but it came out Wii U first.
What did I think it was called? I think I'm thinking of the last Kirby game, so let's move on.
What, Yoshi's Star Allies?
No, the Yarn one.
Kirby's Epic Yarn.
By the last Kirby game, I mean the one from probably 10 years ago.
It's all made by the same company, they're called Goodfeel.
Yeah.
Make Kirby's Epic Yarn, Yoshi's Woolly World, and now Yoshi's Crafted World.
I was thinking of the Kirby one.
Yeah.
But carry on.
In fairness, it's like the same in terms of they're both woolly.
/ yarn.
And the same company, it's like apparently Woolly World's really good. Never played it because
I've never played it actually.
At the time, I didn't have a job, and when I saw it's a 2D platformer and it's full price game, I said no, thank you.
At the time, Jamie was sitting in the streets of Manchester being shooed away by Disney executives.
At the time, I had a Wii U, and I was like, "What are we gonna do with you?"
Wii U.
That was me dropping the mic.
Can you not? It was expensive. At the time, Jamie was seeing 2 minutes into the future and somehow doing magic tricks in his vision. Remember that? That was what I was going to talk about next. There's a bit where he does a magic trick where he like snorts coins, and then it goes back in time and it was a vision. But it's like, could he have done magic? How would seeing 2 minutes into the future help him do coin magic?
It wouldn't have at all. Like, it could like help you be really creepy.
This is
like,
like half an hour topic.
Hey, my name's Sarah, and then like you walk to the bar like, "Hey Sarah," creep.
Yeah, and he
and
starts
we haven't
telling
got half
everything
an hour.
about
We've
that.
got 5 minutes. And
I mean,
also,
I think we've said all we need to say about next anyway, so carry on.
I would just like to finish it off by saying that as of today, the 28th, the Yoshi reviews have come out now.
Wait, is this going up live today?
No.
Well, you've just ruined everything then. People are going to know when we filmed it.
And that's all I say on that. And the game was good, and I'm going to be filming you play it, so you can look forward to that. I also kind of want to review it.
And I also kind of want to be there. Can we film like one episode with both of us and then you can carry it on?
It's 2-player.
So you want to do the whole thing both of us?
No.
Oh.
I mean, we can.
So should we film one episode with both of us?
It's not really one of those games that benefits too much from 2-player.
Is it like Mario Odyssey?
No. It's like Super Mario. It's like New Super Mario Bros.
Okay.
It's like, what's 2-player? Oh, there's 2 of you. Like, is there anything? No. There's 2 of you now.
Cool. Is there like a separate 2-player versus mode where we can play something separate from a single-player series?
No. I miss New Super Mario Bros. DS being a novel, cool thing with the mini games and the Mario vs Luigi.
Mario vs Luigi should be its own game.
Oh.
That was another post on Reddit the other day.
That was so good. We've already got it though. It's called Super Smash Bros. And it's been out for a very long time.
I mean, that's not entirely comparable to Mario vs Luigi.
It's much better.
No, but I want an extremely simplified version where I go into a pipe, pick up a mega mushroom, and like crush my sister.
So many memories of playing that with my siblings.
Yeah, same. Just one that
And the
the other
mini
one
games.
wasn't cool enough to play it with me, and she'll never watch this far into a podcast to know that I said that.
Yeah, she'd never watch it. I think based on the YouTube statistics, no one watches this far. So
Is anyone there?
We can actually say anything.
Hello? Oh, I want to say something really offensive, but I'm too scared. What if it resurfaces in years and we get called PewDiePie?
No, don't say anything offensive. Of course it will resurface. When we're famous, people are going to be trolling that.
Well, yeah, that's true. We'll be really famous.
I just want to say that if you have watched this far, we would really appreciate it if you put a comment on this video, because that would make our day if someone actually watched one of our podcasts all the way through.
I actually, on the other